Hi, this is William Vasquez, Coach V, with your Coach V video tip. Today I have a new student, Tesfa, Jakob from South Carolina, and we were working together on the new service technique in motion. And here we have two videos side by side of me and Tesfa. So on the left you have Tesfa's serve, and this is his normal serve without any lessons. Now I have timed the video to go frame by frame where we can see in each sequence the changes. Alright, so the first step is the ball toss to yourself. So you got to have a good ball toss to yourself. Now let's look what happens here. When we do our separate ball toss, as you can see in my picture here, up here, here goes the ball. The ball is not in my strike zone, and my arm is not above my shoulder. And my racket's not above my shoulder either. Here goes the ball, not in the strike zone yet the racket's already above the shoulder. So the first mistake you're making here, you're bringing up the racket too soon. And you're trying to get into that trophy position everybody's trying to get into. So that's the first mistake here. So now the ball is in a good striking position. And now you can see me kind of getting into that trophy position. But if you look, I am way sitting down here at the waist. And what it is, I'm loading up my body, I'm loading up my legs to jump up before I swing back. Now, when I swing back, this is the supination portion part of the swing. You can supinate from here, but you really got to twist the racket all the way down behind your back and then whip it back up in that way. Whereas my racket now is shoulder level, but the racket is still in front of my body. It's not behind my head. See, so your racket's a little bit too far behind your head, or it's equal to your head, and you can't get enough supination whip backwards in order to get the speed that you need to catch up to the ball. So once I'm in this trophy position and I'm ready to hit the ball, again, the racket will be in front of the body, not on the side of the body over here. See, your racket's up on the side, like if somebody's giving you a gun, and then you see if my chest is coiled back, but my arm is still in front of my body, where this is on the side of your body. What I mean by that is your hand is on the side over by your ear. My hand is in front of my chest. You can see that there. My hand's in front of the chest. Your hand is in front of your ear. Go to the next frame. Now, you're moving up here, watch. Right? You're moving forward, I'm moving forward, but you're moving up at the same time as your racket's going down, which is good. And if you see, we get to about the same position. Here, but my racket's way further down. Now, this is the important part you got to understand. You did not supinate enough, which means as the next three frames, watch. 1, 2, 3, right? That's the supination. It needed to go a little bit more than this. It's a lot more than that. And see what happens is you got here, and then you started to palm the ball. So your palm is going to go up. See the palm? Your palm is going up towards the ball. I'm fully supinated. It's a timing thing. So once we get to this position here, and the racket starts to go back, and if you can tell how you're going back with your hand, I'm going back with my shoulder and my elbow. Now you see how I'm still coming up with my elbow, and you're already coming out with the forearm in the hand. So that's the big problem there. So you're going after the ball with your hand. I am not, but I am sort of. It's kind of hard to explain. You'll see it in the next couple frames. So now this is the problem here. Palm is up in the air, pointing at the ball. And that's a huge mistake. And the way you get rid of that mistake, you have to delay the pronation at the ball. That's the only way I can explain it. Now you see my arm is now coming up, but it's the back of my hand that's facing the ball more. Let's go back. Let's clear this up. So your palm is facing the ball. See, we can see your butt cap because that means your palm is facing the ball. You can't see my butt cap because I'm still in the supination position and my arm is going up towards the ball. Now, so your palm is fully facing the ball, and now after my arm is completely stretched, there is a pronation happening after my arm is fully stretched, whereas your pronation started here, still behind your body. Your pronation started behind the body. Pronation is the last thing that happens when you hit the ball. See, your arm is all the way up and fully pronated, and that's where you get the elbow stress from. We make contact about the same time, in the same position. Now, this is how you can tell your ball toss was off. Now, if you see your palm is breaking down, that's not good. My hand is twisting around like that. So it's turning around like you would open a doorknob or whatnot. And you see that position right there? That can cause elbow problems, wrist problems, and everything. You're breaking your wrist, and you're not supposed to break your wrist. I understand you're trying to snap your wrist, but the reason why you're not snapping your wrist properly, or you're not getting the correct whip, is because of that opening of the racket face there. And if you look at my racket face, it's still supinated on the way up. Yours is not supinated. You already started your pronation too early. Right? So, watch what happens. See, your pronation is starting there. And now my pronation is starting. You can still pretty much see the back of my racket. Your racket face is angled. My back of the racket is angled up here, much higher and ready to snap, because now I've got the pronation happening. And if you don't believe that, let me go back a frame. Right? So now I'm a frame ahead, and we can go back and look at it this way, just in case it's a frame off. Now look how much faster my racket goes through the back scratch position than you. Same frame. 1, 2. And you see how much faster that elbow comes up? Watch how much faster my elbow here comes up. So here goes the line. Alright? That looks about right. But I got way more speed here because of the amount of whip that I'm using. And watch how much faster I finish. See, I already got my racket all the way through, and you still up here, which means you're probably using too much muscle and you're doing it the wrong way. And you're probably going to hurt your rotator cuff because you're doing like a rounded rotator cuff move. I'm doing more of a sidearm type of pitch. Now let's look at the landing. And this is the last part of the serve that you got to pay attention to, especially for you, is your ball toss. I am still in the same spot. Let me clear this up so you can see this. I am still here in the same spot from when I started my ball toss. You fall off to the left. Let's rewind that all the way through, and then you can see a side-by-side comparison. Alright, here we go. And let's fix that so we can see frame by frame. Ooh, excuse me. Let's do that again. Didn't mean to sneeze. And there goes your free CoachV service video tip. If you have any questions or you'd like to be evaluated, please join my YouTube and